Yo, what is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
And today we have a special guest, LaDAN, with us. And LaDan's going to be breaking it down. He's out. LaDAN. Oh, my bad. Okay. LaDAN is out here, and he's going to be breaking it down, giving you guys a little bit of the intel and telling you what it's like to be out here in the Philippines and enjoying life. My man is fresh off the plane, and he is going to be giving us some raw, hot, serious answers to some of y'all questions. So let's get it cracking.
Yeah, so before we get it cracking, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And you know the drill. Definitely stay to the end of this video because we're going to jack things up a few times, and it always provides some extra entertainment for you guys.
Yes, and don't forget to leave your comments below because we love reading them and we like to respond. That's right.
All right, Chang. Kick the intro and let's get into this video. Rolling by trike. Here we go.
Okay, so let's get into it. LaDAN, welcome to the Philippines. And first of all, we'd like to ask you some personal questions. How old are you?
I am 31.
Can you tell us a little something about yourself?
Hold on. Before you ask a brother how old he is, maybe you want to ask where he's from?
Yeah. Tell us where you're from. A little bit of information.
Sure. I'm from Akron, Ohio. Same place as LeBron James.
You know LeBron? You know LeBron?
No, but apparently he grew up in the same building as my grandma. So.
Oh, okay. Word. All right.
So how long have you been here in the Philippines and how long do you plan on staying?
So I've been here now for almost a week, and I'm planning on being here for probably another 2.5
months or weeks?
Weeks.
I gotcha.
Okay. That's a good stay. That's a good stay.
So I have a curious question for you. So what brought you to the Philippines?
I have a friend here who is a streamer, and one day we were talking about food, and she brought up Jollibee.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, how's the chicken?" And she told me it was really good. So I thought, you know what? I have time. Why not come over?
So do you think that Jollibee in the U.S. is different from Jollibee here in the Philippines?
I have not lived around a Jollibee in the U.S. I heard they're there. I don't know where.
Ooh, pick me. Pick me.
Yes. Guy in the back.
Jollibee is definitely different here than it is in the U.S. The menu is different. We don't do the spaghetti. We don't do the sugary spaghetti. Yeah, so it's very different.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so you've been here for a little bit now. What's your first impressions of life here in the Philippines?
So it's very hot, very humid, but the cost of living here is actually really affordable. People here are very nice, and first impressions, this place is a solid 8 out of 10, 8.5.
Okay.
That's a good rating.
That's
8 out
not
of 10.
bad.
So how does the daily life here is compared to when you're back home in the U.S.?
So back home, I work a lot. I have a blue collar worker, so long days, many hours. Here, I wake up, breathe in some fresh air, roll out of bed whenever I feel like. It's very relaxing, very chill. That's what I look for.
Just chilling. Okay. What do you do for work at home?
So I am a avionics technician, a senior avionics technician. I've been doing it for about 12 years now, almost. So I basically install and modify navigation, communication, and entertainment systems in aircraft.
Okay. Oh, cool. Super cool, right?
So you're like, So you're like on the tech stuff.
Yes, I am. Yeah, very technical.
And am I correct? Did I hear? Do I remember that you served in the military for a short time?
Yes, I did 3 years in the Air Force.
Okay. Thanks for your service.
Thank you for your support.
So, LaDAN, out here in the Philippines, what's anything shocked or surprised you about being out here in the Philippines?
We had an earthquake yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Right while I was working, yeah.
You felt it?
I felt it a little bit, yeah. I was a little shocked by that. But I've traveled to other countries before. And a lot of the things here I see in other countries, as far as like large cities, but also just like in America, we have a homeless population.
Right.
Lots of restaurants, lots of shopping to do. So, you know, it's been pretty. I wouldn't say similar, but familiar.
Okay.
So how are you adjusting to transportation, local food, and like culture here in the Philippines?
Well, with any new culture, obviously, it's going to take some adjusting to. I've tried very small amounts of local food, but honestly, most of the time I go on dates and stuff, they want to try foreign food. They want to try Korean or ramen or, you know.
But you haven't really tried Filipino food.
Not yet. I am looking forward to it, though.
Okay.
So you've heard that some Filipino food. What do you think would you like to try first?
Balalo is something that I'm interested in trying. Also, I kind of want to try balut.
Try the balut, bro.
I'm a little daring. I want to try it.
See how many you can eat.
I'll try one.
So since you've been here, have you started dating yet? Have you been out on the dates, met some nice young honeys? What's been the experience so far?
Well, I've been on a few dates so far. Nothing that I would take seriously right now. A lot of them kind of come from, they're not disrespectful or anything like that, but it's more like they're not in a position to like comfortably date on an equal playing field, and they kind of want me to like supplement them on a certain level.
So when you say supplement, what do you?
What's about that?
So it'd be like, oh, well, can we go shopping? Or do you want to meet up? And then there's money involved. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to find friends here, you know?
Right. Right. Okay.
So at least at the beginning of the date, they already show their true color, you know.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that, honestly. I'd rather you
saves you time.
Right. Move on to the next.
Right. Right.
So what's your impression of the Filipinas you've dated so far?
I mean, they're nice girls. They're all, none of them have been like particularly nasty. But I've only been here a week. I've gone on maybe 2-3 dates. I have some set for later today.
You moving now? That's 7 days. That's 3 dates.
Yeah.
I don't know, brother. That's pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's a good confidence boost for sure. But you still, like you guys are saying in your videos before, you definitely have to do some vetting. Don't just go off a pretty face because you don't know what you're really getting
Lots
into.
of pretty girls here. Lots of pretty girls here.
A lot of them.
So you mentioned that you've had your first date. So how was it? If you can remember your first date here in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah. She was really attractive in her profile pictures. We met at a Korean spot. And when I got there, she had a suitcase with her. Shocked me.
A suitcase.
I'm like, okay, strange. Maybe I'll ask about this. And
I would have definitely asked.
yeah. Apparently she was going through some times and needed a place to stay. I was not going to invite her directly to my house. I just met the girl. You know, you gotta, I don't know you from a can of paint.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
On the first date
Suitcase.
with a suitcase.
Right.
Trying to move in with you already.
Man, can you, I'm telling you, I got stories. I mean, anyway, but you'll get that here. You'll get that. Sometimes they will have an agenda. They will have an agenda, and like you said, at least you saw it right off the bat, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Was on the first date with suitcase?
I didn't have a first date with a suitcase, but I had a woman on a second date, and she was talking about moving her dogs over, her coming in.
Planning her
She was
future.
planning the future. I'm like, the future where? The future where? With who? Yeah, well, shoot. Your funky ass dogs.
Anyway, have you come across any other red flags aside from the suitcase and the supplement?
You didn't move her in though?
Oh no, definitely not. Other red flags definitely would say for me, since I'm doing online dating, obviously you start off with a hello, how are you? If I don't get a hello, how are you back, or at least inquire about me,
Right. Done.
Done with the conversation.
Yeah, done. But you'll get that a lot.
So she should care about you too, you know? Like, reciprocate the question. Ask it back.
100%. Like, if your partner doesn't care about you, then they're only there for the attention.
Exactly. I'm with that. So on the flip side, though, have you met any women that you felt like were pretty genuine or pretty nice or pretty cool?
I have some potentials. We're going to see when I take them out later. We'll find out.
They got a shot at the title?
We'll
Maybe,
see.
Right? A shot, right? Okay, I got you. All right.
So you have a prospect or
Right.
possible genuine person.
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been talking to this Filipina?
Oh, no. We just started talking. So.
Got it.
Like
So,
since he got here, not before.
okay, so it's like a first date.
Yes.
Third first date.
Huh? What?
Right.
He said he's been dating, yeah? So this is like a
gotcha.
Filipina. So this is the third first date.
Okay.
Right.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm glad somebody understands.
So have you had any cultural misunderstandings or awkward moments with locals or Filipinos here? Like, for example, like staff in your hotel, like you have any misunderstanding or awkward moments? The grab ride, something like that.
Sometimes I try to talk to people and they seem to not understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but you're repeating English words back to me, so I'm like confused. I guess one thing, don't ask to meet for a Filipino to meet you at your condo for any reason, because they assume that it's like a hookup thing, and hooking up is not big here unless you're paying.
It is big.
Is it?
It is big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, bottom line is don't just invite women in your condo.
Yeah, that's hardly the point, though, right? Yeah, let's not invite women you don't know into your condo, because you could be put into a very awkward situation, which she could tell stories. She could, a lot of bad things can happen.
Yeah,
a lot of bad things can happen. Yeah.
So,
seriously,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, and they will always believe her no matter what the case is. But she might tell some stories, and she might end up trying to she could extort.
Extortion.
Yeah, she could extort money from you. A lot of bad things can happen. Or she could just steal money from you while you're in the bathroom. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's happened to somebody else. Some other people we know. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
So you said something about repeating. You asked them a question, a Filipina or a Filipino, and then they repeated the question back at you. So I think that's one of the cultural things here, especially do you encounter like a Filipino or a Filipina just saying yes, even if they don't understand what you're trying to say?
Sometimes, yeah, and then they'll like talk to their coworker or something and ask them to ask me. Do it one more time.
Right.
Usually by then it's figured out.
Right.
Okay.
And my next question is a question I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to ask or want to know. Do you feel like you've been treated any different here because you're a foreigner or because you're black?
I don't think that I've been negatively treated differently, but there is a difference.
How so?
People definitely stare a little bit because they're like, oh, they're real, you know,
Right.
a little bit. But as far as like just like any negative experience I've had because based off my skin color, I haven't had that.
Right.
It's been pretty positive all around. There's really a lot of curiosity. And I feel like as a foreigner, you're just automatically thought of as like, oh, that's the rich guy.
Right.
Treat him good so he can like, you know, leave a good impression on him.
Right.
So it's been pretty positive overall.
Okay,
awesome.
that's good.
Awesome. Also, I want to point out that you have facial hair,
Yes.
and that makes a big difference over here because very few people have facial hair, and people tend to be intrigued by people with facial hair because nobody here has facial hair. You know, somebody might have a goatee or something, or a Fu Manchu or something like that, but nobody,
like a
local
full
people
beard.
don't have full beards, right?
Right,
So,
right.
so that definitely will attract some attention.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely had some girls who just wanted to like tug on the beard. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Can I pull it? Yeah.
So LaDAN,
Yes.
what do you think American men get wrong about life and dating here in the Philippines?
Can't speak for everyone, but for me myself, I honestly thought that coming here, I would like within the first week find a girl and fall in love almost. Like logically, of course, it doesn't happen like that, but subconsciously, you're just like, oh man, it's just gonna instantly happen. Have some patience, take some time, enjoy the country, go see some sights, and just like anywhere else, love will come to you.
Right. I think that's pretty sound advice, because I think a lot of people do think that they're going to come here and like there's going to be a swarm of girls like that surround them, and you just pick one or you pick that one or any, mini, miny, like that, and that's how it goes down. And it might, in a sense, if you're going on dating apps, because you do get to pick up a whole bunch, but you're picking from a lot of bad ones and very few good ones. And so that's the thing. You really have to vet and get through all the bad ones, and then maybe it gets a little bit better, a little easier as you get through the good ones.
Okay, so LaDAN, do you think that it's a little harder to date women, especially you're on a limited time here?
Yeah, I feel like if I was living here, like if I decided to stay and just really explore dating, I could possibly find maybe a few more a few better ones. But being that I'm on such a short time frame, it's kind of like if I put too much pressure on it, I'll just stress myself out.
Right.
So would you recommend dating or meeting someone online, or rather meet them in person or organically date?
So me personally, I've kind of made up my mind to start just cold approaching, meeting girls maybe at the mall or something and talking to them there. There's plenty of cute girls here and not all of them are taken. So if you need a little confidence boost, go online, swipe right a few times, you'll get some matches.
Right.
And then go out there and just shoot your shot.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. Also, when you go to the mall, if you go to the mall or you cold approach somebody, don't ask them for a date first. Small talk first. Start with small talk, the weather, anything. Do you know where this or that place is? And then shoot your shot. Trust me on that. Trust me. Don't come direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Call me a horse?
No. So what would you say to a guy back in the US who's planning to come here to the Philippines?
I'd say definitely do it, man, but don't just come for women, Like if you're going to travel, enjoy it. It's your life. You only get one. See some sights, see some things you haven't seen before. But there are definitely a lot of beautiful women here. If that's your thing, just be a good guy. Don't be a scumbag.
Exactly. So do you see yourself staying here long term, or do you see this kind of as being a pit stop in your travels?
Well, definitely glad I came here first. I'm going to go see more countries in Southeast Asia, but depending on what I see out there, I would not be mad if I came back here.
Right.
I might spend 2 months here in this region, and then I might come back here to finish it off.
So what are the other countries in Southeast Asia that you plan on visiting?
I'm going to Malaysia soon. I will be trying to see if I can either go to China or Japan, and if it takes too long to figure that out, Vietnam. And then from there, maybe I'll come back.
Vietnam is visa on arrival. Japan, you don't need a visa. And then for China, I told you, 144 hour visa free, but you have to stay in first tier cities. Yeah. Okay. So 6 days in China.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right. So that was real talk, son. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just straight raw. That's how I like it. But seriously, just honest look at life and love out here in the Philippines. That's what it's about, is just enjoying meeting other people from the house and enjoying talking with them, sitting down, having a little beer, and and living it up. That's what life is. So look, if you're thinking about making the move out here to the Philippines, or you're just thinking about visiting, hopefully this conversation gave you a little bit of clarity, or at least a lot to think about.
And if you've got questions you want us to ask next time, drop it in the comments. And we might feature those questions in the next interview. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And YouTube always says the best way to support our channel and help us grow is to watch another one of our videos right after this one.
Kick the intro. Yeah.
All right, Chang.
What?
You got something? No. You're going to do anything weird?
Nah, I'm not going to do anything.
All right, Chang. Kick the intro and let's get into this video. What?
Okay, just making sure. I can see the light, so I just have
You
to
gonna
make
bottle
sure.
feed me too?
Huh? No?
It's my feeding time. Yeah. I'm having an old man moment right now where it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But there are definitely a lot of beautiful women here. If that's your thing, just be a good guy. Don't be a scumbag.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like what Sean Kingston said. Damn all these beautiful girls. Okay, cut.
I'm a music guy.
I know, you two, man. Both of y'all, man. Both of y'all. Yeah, like, y'all starting here.
I know, right?
Man, come on. You leave me out. I'm an old ass bastard, man. And living it up. That's what life is.
Yeah, having beer in the middle of the day where it's so hot.
I'm not a smart man,
Yeah.
but I am a drinker.
But I am a drinker, right? I like this. This is my jam.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Hey, come on.
Okay.
Straighten
Go.
up. Okay. All right. You guys, man. Some jokesters, these two, man. Right? All right, so yo, that was real talk, son. No fluff, just straight raw. What we got?
That was a fun interview. How
29. Oh,
wow.
Nice.
So don't forget, if you like this video, we got a whole bunch of other videos that are just as good,
if not better. So check those out too.
In the meantime, I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang and
LaDAN.
Deuces.
We're out.
We're out.